What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel yet again. Today, I want to talk about an altcoin I have held for quite some time. It is a coin which has been underperforming, but I think it's accumulating. I think it's being outdone a little bit right now by things like Aster and other hyped projects, hyped perp dexes, etc., etc., etc. But it is still slowly building, and it actually just hit one of the biggest landmarks, or one of the biggest targets, I suppose, in the world of crypto. And yeah, I want to do a little follow-up video on that because I have done a video about it in the past, and that coin is Kaspa. I think most of you know what Kaspa is. Kaspa is a token which is relatively known. It is currently at a $3 billion-ish market cap. I will get into the chart in a little bit, but it has been stable around that price for quite some time. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what recently happened to it, why I think it's still a very good buy, why I still hold it, and why I probably will start accumulating a little bit more, because I still think it has a solid base. I still think it's a good project which can perform really well in the future. And the upside to it, that it only has a $3 billion market cap. Now, that seems like a lot, but it is ways and ways off from much bigger projects which already attained 15, 20, 30, even $100 billion market cap. So I think if it has similar potential, I think it has similar potential to have a price movement like that. I just think right now it's not on everyone's radar because everyone's trading hot items right now, and I think that's the time to be buying tokens like this. So let's just get into the charts, and I will talk about the news article and the stuff that had happened as well. All right, so here we are at coin market cap. So I just mentioned a $3 billion market cap. I was a little mistaken on that. It's actually a $2 billion market cap. So that is actually even more beneficial to us as investors, considering I'm still a little bit up on my original few buys, but I've not been DCAing into it as much as I should have, because even I kind of lost track of it, in all fairness. So I am going to start buying a little bit more. I think the price is actually very, very nicely priced right now, because obviously it had this huge run up with a lot of buying, a lot of selling, obviously, but I think it has stabilized. We can see some compression on the price as well. Let's just grab the actual chart a little bit because that's easier. Like, we can see that it's actually starting to compress nicely. And usually what happens around times like this is that we see when that compression hits, we start either seeing, well, either a big breakup up or a big breakup down. Now, considering the amount of sell-off it has had already, I don't see this happening anytime soon. I think we're primed for at least another run up to, let's say, around that area, which would technically from now on would be a 55% increase. So that in itself is not that bad. That actually could be a very nice trade in it, all in of its own. But I am, of course, expecting a much bigger rise out of this if we look at that market cap of $2 billion. So let's say if we look at the total crypto market caps, and let's say we go to that 15 to 12 to 10, 11. Let's say it hits. Let's say, like, Avalanche AVAX is a similar project. Let's say it hits that AVAX price target, which would mean a 600% increase from now, roughly. So at least a 6x. I think it's doable. I think it's very well possible for a project like this to do this, considering it's been around relatively long now. It has performed really well. It dropped back down. It's building. It's compressing. It's not crashing. It's primed for a breakout, and we're all expecting an altcoin season. I think personally, altcoin seasons where everything does 10x at the same time, I don't think that will happen anytime soon. What I think will happen is valid projects will start to slowly shoot up one by one, because, and I do think they will also correct down. So I do think it's important to take profits on very large runs up, but I think volume will start shifting from one token to the next, to the next, to the next. Now, what is a very good thing is that there is new money in crypto, because we see that total crypto market cap on the rise. I've talked about this in the past. We had around the $3 trillion market cap. During the bear market, we were actually even below that. But considering we're above 4, and let's see if we keep it that way this time, but we've been above it a little bit for a while, for a few short periods. But if we stay above this line, means we have new money in crypto. New money in crypto is going to try and find new projects with lower market caps to maximize their profits, similar to us. So obviously I'm big on the bigger projects, but I'm also looking for these smaller projects. Now, a $2 billion market cap is right in my sweet spot. I've held Kaspa for quite a while. I think it's done really well. That was actually a coincidence that I landed on Aster. But I think it has done really well, and I think it has the potential to do really well. So, as I said, I saw this news article, and I noticed that crypto exchanges were suspending Kaspa withdrawals, and initially it had me worried, because I was thinking, like, why is this? Why is it going to be delisted? Is it going to turn out to be a big scam or whatever? But once you read the article, you can find that Kaspa, the network in of its own, is actually functioning at such high speeds that it transcended basically what exchanges could calculate. So transactions were being made so quickly that the existing infrastructure could not sustain the speed at which Kaspa was doing transactions. And it actually processed 158 million transactions in just 24 hours, setting a world record. The network itself handled this massive load without single failure. The real issue appeared elsewhere. So compare Kaspa to a highway system, while exchanges act like toll booths and cameras that record and process every car's passage. The highway, which is Kaspa network, stayed smooth and open. Cars kept moving. However, the toll booths, exchanges, explorers could not record the traffic fast enough. So their internal databases had to log 158 million entries in a day, and that was where the slowdown began. So they started building up this massive backlog of transactions, and they just had to suspend it in order to catch up, to make sure that people were either paying the correct amount, receiving the correct amount, and we're not paying we're not short on paying or receiving much too much funds. So this is very impressive. I think this is very telling for the network itself, that it actually had so much power that the exchanges themselves could not handle it. So, I mean, a network which is capable of this is definitely capable of handling at least a part of this new all financial infrastructure that we're all talking about, where we think crypto is going to replace the existing current banking system, whatever. I don't think it 100% will, to be honest, but at least not in my lifetime, maybe. But even then, if we would want to do that, if the world is ready for that, this is the kind of speeds that they will need 100%. So a network which is already capable of this and not even being stressed while doing it, I mean, that is a massive tell for me, that I think Kaspa is primed. I mean, the technology is there, the quality is there, the price level I think it's currently at is there, because it has done really well in the past. Yes, it corrected down quite a bit, but it's not crashing completely back down. Also, the current supply or the max supply is almost the current supply, so there is still a small unlock, a relatively small unlock. So that in itself I like as well. So there isn't like massive unlocks coming, which will tank the price further with early adopters tanking the price basically. Obviously there's still going to be whales like there will be in every token, but in all honesty we also need whales to push the prices higher. So yeah, in short, I still think this is a prime example of a token I would invest in, and I'm planning to do that. So let me know if you disagree with this, if I am missing some key point of information here, if I'm wrong in any way or how. Please feel free to leave a comment and tell me where I went wrong, because if you know something I don't, maybe I wouldn't invest, but to me this looks like a prime opportunity to be buying. I mean, it's even like the volume is so low because they halted trading and so it kind of caused even more panic in it, so that's why it's not really doing anything. But I think that's a prime moment to swoop some Kaspa up cheap and secure ourselves for some profits in the future. All right, once again, let me know what you guys think. I think it's a prime example for a good buy. Let me know what you guys think. Let's see where this goes, and I will do a follow-up if something happens in the meantime. And if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. See ya.